Okay, I'm John Bruning. Sheila and I and our 4 kids have lived in Coeur d'Alene here since 1978, and we moved here from Wallace, Idaho. And I spent my whole career working in the woods. I worked for the U.S. Forest Service in timber sale contract administration for 40 years. It was a career I thoroughly enjoyed. I wouldn't do anything else if I had it to do over again. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I have been involved in a lot of different things in Coeur d'Alene. In a lot of working with the city. Mayor Jim Fromm was the first one who got me involved. Got me on the Planning and Zoning Commission. And I stayed on that commission for 25 years, about 20 years as chair. And that, if you want to get involved in a city and to see how a city works, I couldn't recommend anything better than being on a Planning and Zoning Commission. You really know what happens in a city, and you get a chance to plan its future, and that's very exciting. It was for me. But I've also been involved in other things. St. Vincent de Paul, I've worked since about 1982 in some way or other with St. Vinny's. Why I have gotten involved in the community, probably my father more than anything else, because he told me you can't always take from the community, you have to give something back. And that's what I've tried to do with my volunteer activities, is to give something back, because that's what makes a community, is people who give something back to the community. So that's kind of what's inspired me to get involved in civic activities and to give something to the community. I think Coeur d'Alene has a tremendous future, but we have to maintain a positive attitude to move ahead. The education corridor that's under construction now is a tremendous thing for the youth of our community. Some of the challenges I see right now are challenges to the positive attitude that we have had through the past, say, 20 years here in Coeur d'Alene. A very progressive attitude to keep Coeur d'Alene moving, keep it moving ahead. I think back in my days on the Planning Commission when we would hire consultants, and consultants would come into Coeur d'Alene from all over the country to work for us on various projects that we had. And we would sit down with them, some of those of us on the Planning Commission and other leaders of the community and planners, and we would sit down and talk to them, and we'd start in talking about our problems. You know, we got a problem with this, the schools, the growth, the traffic, all these things, and we would just be very negative, I think, in some of our talking. And the consultants, several of them did this, wait a minute. Don't be beaten up on your community and yourselves. Sure, you got problems, but we work with many communities across the nation. They would kill to have what you have here to work with. We have the people, and that's what's important, is we have the community leaders here who have a vision for the community. And if you don't have a positive vision to move your community forward, you're sunk. You don't have anything. And we are blessed to have people with vision here, leaders in our community. And I think to keep them here and keep them working and to maintain that and pass that vision on, that vision has to be passed on to other generations. That's the challenge I see it's an opportunity, but it's a tremendous challenge too. If we don't keep that up, then we're in trouble.